Yo, what up? It's your boy Mr. Kodak representing right now half of the TCG Resistance. And right now we bringing to you some off meta profiles because that's what we kind of specialize in here. Playing more so what we like, being innovators more so than just hopping on in with what everybody got going. And right now the deck that I'm currently rocking with is this Kaido. OP08 has been treating me right. Let's go ahead and get into the deck profile. Alright, we're gonna start off with our leader, of course, Big Kaido. For all those who don't know, because he has not been played in quite some time, you can -7 dying to trash one of your opponent's life, and we all know the word trash is very good in this game. So basically, that trigger will not go off, that life will not go to the hand, so you're able to manage your opponent's resources. Onigashima. For sure, the start of the deck ramps you one every turn rested. Yeah, without this card, you're not even really playing. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, you have to have this card. Yes, you can win without it, but the advantage in this deck and in purple in general is dime manipulation. So this right here, getting you turns ahead of your opponent, being able to manipulate your dime, drop your boss monsters early is kind of like the clutchest thing and the most important thing with this deck. The way that I play this deck, and honestly, my spice, what I feel like is the second most important card. If you see Onigashima off your search turn one or open it in your hand, and you also got this Zoro, bro, you just winning. Because you're going to go from, if you go first, from 4 to 6, this rested Zoro is just facilitating you swinging at your opponent for 7 and making sure that whatever life that would go to their hand is not. And if you stick this Zoro early, I ain't gonna lie, I don't really lose those games. You know what I'm saying? It feels just too strong to stop once you start following up. Then we're gonna follow into the Animal Kingdom package. Right now I'm only playing 2 Kaidos in here. The amount of cycle and your searches, you kind of really only need 2 for those really wide and aggressive decks. Most of the time you kind of handle everything else on the way up. 3 Rush Kaidos. I go back and forth between 4 and 3. I really like 3, for sure. 4, sometimes you just see them too many, and because I'm not playing the 0 cost in here, I just opt for 3. Black Maria. I knew baby my all arts are still not here yet, but trust me, they on the way. Facilitates the trashing of life because you can get your 5 manipulate, go down, go back up. Just makes all the costs not as heavy. Especially that Rush Kaido late game, if you already gotten established. Queens, because, yeah, card advantage, blockers, cycle, it's all good. 2 Sanjis, just because it really works after you trash. Once you have 10, you can play this. Or you can play a couple other cards too, but this is just very, very good for knowing either 2K or blocker in those pinch niche situations. Big Mom, which is also searchable as well with the same cards that you would use to search your Kaido package. Lin is just really, really good. She is the body that you need. There's a lot of times where you're tempted to drop the Rush Kaido just because you can, because you're up and dying. And I often find myself dropping the Rush Kaido too early and then losing because my opponents come into higher Dawn turns and I don't have anything to respond to that. So if I actually drop the Lin early and then come with the Kaido, or the 10 drop, it just seems way more efficient that way, and I've been having a lot more success with having that 9 and that 10, or that 7 from the Zoro, 9 and then a 10 rush. It's really impressive, really, really strong. The Brulee ramp 1 is really, really good just off the strength of ramping, and she also kind of segues into the next like group of cards that kind of play off of the Porsche. Brulee is really, really good off the Porsche. It gives your opponent the illusion that you're down and dying, even though you're going to block and get it back. So it kind of just erases the neg from the Porsche, because unless you're playing blue, you're definitely getting that back. The Porsche, which is really, really good for summoning out the Black Maria, searching a set of 2Ks as well as a set of blockers in the chopper, which also gives you ramp. Just consistency and defense as well as offense makes Porsche a staple in most purple decks nowadays. The searcher that we have that we're going to claim the OnePiece to allow us to switch between Big Mom or the Big Mom Pirates or the Animal Kingdom pirates to just all around make it all consistent as far as running out your searches. It's the die for / come on. That's what we call it. I don't care. This card is really, really good, bro. Everybody. So what happens is once you get up early and dine, your opponent is forced to start playing things that can swing. Like most of the time, I find myself people playing like Luchis on 4 Don turn to respond to my Zoro with nothing to pop clearly, but they don't care. And after you minus Don, this also speeds up your recovery process along with Onigashima. You basically just getting 3 Don. If your opponent has a 6K or more, that you get an additional versus the one that you would ramp on just activation. So it's pretty good as far as basically catching up after minusing and Conquest of the Sea. I did beat Black Yellow Luffy because of this card. I mean, let's just be for real. We just made him feel like those Sabos were good till they wasn't good, and then we just slid in there. So it definitely helps. I'm not gonna lie, the Neg 2 does feel like a heavy cost sometimes. But I'm starting to realize that if you're at 10, it's not really that big of a deal, but you more so want to use this on your way up. So you just got to find that sweet spot as far as how you manage your dime. But that is my list for OP08. We got a lot of different things coming to you guys shortly as far as off-meta list. So stay tuned and be prepared, man. You never know what's coming next.